Hi angels, I am seriously shaking while telling you this tonight. I will be explaining scary things that really happen to people. Before we start, please like this video and subscribe, because honestly, I do not want to be alone with these stories. The first one still makes my skin crawl. A student in Japan stayed late at the library, thought she was alone, then her phone buzzed. It was a picture of her sitting there, but taken from behind the shelves. Security checked the cameras and saw no one. Just imagine that. Someone close enough to snap a photo of you, but invisible to the footage. I cannot get over that. Another one is from Florida. A family heard noises in their attic. One night, the little girl woke up screaming because there was a man standing at the foot of her bed. Police found out he had been living in the attic for weeks, crawling through vents to steal food. The thought of someone above your head while you sleep is beyond terrifying. Now angels, this one is from South Korea. A taxi driver picked up a schoolgirl late at night. She asked to be dropped by a bridge. When he turned back, the seat was empty, but the belt was still buckled and damp. He later learned a girl had died there years ago. I swear if that happened to me, I would quit driving forever. In England, a couple bought an old dresser. Soon they heard knocks from inside the drawers. When they checked, there was a notebook full of sketched faces. The husband later swore he saw those faces in mirrors around the house. They burned the dresser, but the nightmares never stopped. In India, a man felt footsteps following him at night. Every time he turned, no one was there. The sound grew faster until he reached home. The door handle rattled as if someone tried to force it open. Then silence. Neighbors admitted they had heard the same thing in that exact alley. Canada has this creepy story. Two campers woke up to a child laughing right outside their tent. In the morning, there was no one for miles. Every night, the same giggle returned until they packed up and left. I would never step into those woods again. Mexico is even worse. A woman slammed her brakes when she saw a figure in white on the road. It vanished, but muddy handprints appeared on her windshield. Locals said it was La Llorona. I would never drive that way alone again. Australia gave me chills too. A boy went into an abandoned hospital on a dare. Later, when he rewatched his video, a voice whispered his name and a shadow stood in a doorway behind him. That image still haunts me, and it does not stop there. A man found a hidden room behind a closet with a child's bed and old toys still there. A nurse once saw a visitor fade in a hospital hallway, and the patient inside that room died an hour later. A driver in the desert picked up a hitchhiker who disappeared, leaving only a scarf. A thrift store radio played a song no one recognized and repeated itself when no one touched it. Angels, I am honestly scared reading all of this. My heart is racing as if something is behind me right now. These are not just stories, they happen to real people, and that is what makes them so terrifying. Please remember to stay safe. There's this story from Japan. In the 1970s, a woman was staying at a hotel in Tokyo. She was alone, and she woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of someone whispering her name. At first, she thought it was just her imagination, but then she saw a shadow move across the room. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. The next morning, hotel staff told her she was sleeping in a room where a guest had died under mysterious circumstances decades earlier. Imagine that, sleeping in a room where someone actually died. It's terrifying. Then there's something from the United States. In Pennsylvania, a family moved into a house, and very quickly, strange things started happening. Doors would slam on their own. Lights flickered even when the power was off. And sometimes, the parents would wake up to find their children staring at the ceiling, frozen, whispering that someone is watching us. One night, the father heard footsteps pacing the hallway, even though everyone was asleep. They called a paranormal investigator, and apparently, the house had a violent history dating back to the 1800s. The thought of living somewhere haunted like that makes my skin crawl just saying it. I read another one from Scotland. In Edinburgh, a man was walking home late at night near the old graveyards. He saw a figure standing near the tombstones, completely still. As he walked closer, he realized the figure was wearing a funeral shroud and had hollow, dark eyes staring straight at him. He ran as fast as he could, but later, he found footprints in the snow leading to nowhere, stopping abruptly at the middle of the street. It's insane, angels. I can't stop thinking about that. And there's one from France, in Paris. A tourist was exploring the catacombs. You know, those underground tunnels filled with bones. She heard whispers echoing around her and felt a cold hand brush her shoulder. She turned, but no one was there. People say the tunnels are haunted by the spirits of those who died there centuries ago. And she wasn't the first to hear voices or see figures. I would never step foot in a place like that. I just wouldn't. I also saw a story from Canada. In Ontario, A man was camping alone in the woods when he heard a low growl nearby. Thinking it was a wild animal, he stayed quiet, but then he saw two glowing eyes staring at him from the darkness. The eyes followed him as he crawled back to his tent. In the morning, he discovered deep claw marks in the trees around his site. He swears it wasn't any bear or wolf. I cannot even imagine being there. It would feel like something was hunting me all night. I'm telling you, angels, all of these things actually happened. Real people experience them. And some nights when it's quiet, I can't help but think about them and feel that same icy chill those people must have felt. So if you hear whispers, shadows, or footsteps, don't ignore them. Seriously, don't. Some things aren't just stories, they're real and they're terrifying. Stay safe, stay alert, and never ever wander alone at night.